please welcome to the stage Luke Fuszard.
Hi, my name is Abby Fuszard, and I want to tell you about my husband. Our love began like any great Green Bay love story, with the Packers. Our first date was at a local Packer bar, not very far from Lambeau, as nothing really is. We were married on family night in 2005, and our first daughter was born the year the Packers won the Super Bowl 45. Similar to the Packers, our relationship has had its ups and downs. And I've been right there alongside him for all of the highs and the lows. The high of graduating from Harvard and the low of admitting his addiction to alcohol. But no matter where we are or what we were experiencing, there was always one thing that was at the top of Luke's mind, and that was the people of Wisconsin. Luke would always tell anyone that would listen how wonderful the state was, how kind the people were, and how much he missed it. But the Wisconsin that we moved back to in 2012 was very different than the one that we had left just 7 years prior. Rather than getting frustrated, Luke got to work. He formed the New Leaders Council to mentor young progressives interested in politics. He proudly represented the state at the 2012 and 2016 national conventions, and he founded the Young Democrats of Wisconsin. The truth is, as we all know, Luke, of course, is not perfect. I mean, he's my husband, so any of you that have them know. He snores too much, leaves the toilet seat up, and can be very cranky before his Diet Mountain Dew in the morning. But at the same time, I have never met anyone with more integrity, passion, and love for this state and its citizens. This campaign has meant Luke being away from us quite a bit, and he has certainly missed our family. And if he is lucky enough to win, he'll obviously be away from us more, and we will miss him. But I know that there is no one I would rather have fighting for our children, fighting for the future of everyone, than my husband. Therefore, I officially nominate Luke Fuszard to be the next representative from Wisconsin to the Democratic National Committee. And I know one little guy that loves his daddy very much and would like to second him.
I say I second. Say I second, buddy.
I second.
Folks, I think we just witnessed a miracle. The very first time that Ted actually did what we thought he was going to do. You know, I was reflecting on this campaign, and I've recognized that I've talked a lot. I've talked a lot about my family, my ancestors who settled in Kenosha in 1845, and how there was only one organization, only one group, only one community that accepted them with open arms, the Democratic Party. Yep. And I talked about how the values of our party, community, responsibility, and opportunity drive me to build the party that my kids one day will proudly join as the 8th generation of Fuszards. And I've talked about how no matter who emerges victorious today, tomorrow we must stand side by side and fight together for what we believe in. Yes, I've talked a lot, but I've also listened. And I've heard your challenges, your triumphs, and your frustrations, particularly with our national party. I've heard that for too long our national party has ignored us here in Wisconsin. I've heard that for too long our national party only reaches out to us to ask us for money. And I've heard for too long that our national leaders stand on stages just like this every 4 years and they say fancy words and then they fly back to Washington, D.C., not to be seen again for another 4 years. Folks, if you think that behavior is okay, then I ask that you do not vote for me. But if you believe, like I do, that the DNC should listen to all of us in this room every year, every month, every day, If you believe, like I do, that the DNC must proudly proclaim that single-payer health care, a living wage, and access to the ballot aren't just words on a platform, but fundamental human rights. And if you believe, like I do, that the DNC must step off its platform and walk amongst us, then I ask you, who has listened to you in this campaign? Who has asked for your opinion, not just your vote? Who has demonstrated the very things that we claim we need to do as a party? You know I'd be walking out amongst you if it wasn't for this cord. If indeed we are serious that we need leaders who will listen, if indeed we are serious that we need leaders who will bring about fundamental change, if we are serious that we need leaders who care about each and every one of us, then I'm asking for your vote to be your representative to the Democratic National Committee. Thank you.